technically they were just going based off what the lady said. You can say they didn't do the greatest job or whatever because they checked the surveillance footage and whatnot.
Ashley, what could we do towards the police department?
They're going on behalf of her. I understand that. So you wouldn't take her testimony into main account because this is the first-hand witness that this supposed kidnapping happened to. But dog, I'm sorry. We look at the footage. Miss Miller, Miss Carolina Miller. It doesn't look like your son was being kidnapped. I don't know what to tell you, brother. Exactly. This is so stupid. Oh my God, nah. I'm sorry. The police, no, this is their fault. I'm sorry. Like this is directly that police station's fault, bruh. There is no way you're sitting here trying to tell me that you really thought he was kidnapping her. That is so stupid. Like, couldn't break the fourth wall fast enough, huh? I ain't gonna lie. I know y'all came off of watching the other video. The update came. Good news. I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Patel, off the whole situation with the lady claiming that he was trying to kidnap her son, in which we saw the video evidence, the video footage, the CCTV. It wasn't looking so true. Actually, it wasn't looking true at all. BS situation. But yeah, apparently he was released after, saying the whole false charges he got because of the false kidnapping allegations, and that's good to see. Will there be any consequences for the mother? We are yet to see with any update. So. But you already know how it is. Chilling the bus be yapping all the time, but not within this one because we're genuinely curious ourselves to see what happened. So let us all get in and see what happened with this situation. Let's do it. Are they back once more?
Yes.
I think I enjoy seeing these guys. Back. Yes. But preach. We got update. They released him after false accusation. Of course, you guys want to watch the original video. OG bit, down description, first link, share to love. As always.
Go watch them.
Let's see what's happening.
Tonight, hundreds of supporters celebrated as a judge granted bond for 57-year-old Mahendra Patel, released after spending 47 days in jail.
Yeah, for those who don't remember, the old Indian man who was accused of kidnapping in Georgia, surveillance video came out, basically showed that the man didn't kidnap anybody, but he still remained in jail for 46 days. There's a video of him being released and talking to the press.
Yo, I spent almost 2 months in jail.
46 days of his life gone. Poor mom. He said he had to take care of his mom, right?
Where that's like almost 2 months he was not taking care of his mother. As you have seen in the last video, he got an 86-year-old, elderly mother, in which where the situation first started was because he was going to Walmart, to go get some Tylenol for her. And then imagine, now you got to spend almost 2 months in jail, so you can't take care of your elderly mother because some troglodyte decided they wanted to be an idiot today. It seems a lot of them are blowing in from Stupid Town. I ain't gonna lie. See, we got residents every day. Tough. Right. But yes, again, it's good to see this. Yes. But like the boss was saying, having this much time taken away from your life for no reason. Oh boy, y'all would never hear the end of it. Not for me.
I want to hear what he got to say.
What's up?
No, he's about to speak to the press. I would love to hear what he had to say.
If you're wondering who the white lady is, it's his lawyer. I know her. It's actually so weird that I recognize her. When I was following the Young Thug trial, one of Young Thug's lawyers ended up getting jailed by the judge who was corrupt.
Yes.
That judge ended up getting thrown off the case, but at the time, he didn't want to go to jail, the lawyer, but the judge was trying to throw him in. So then other lawyers had to show up to defend him, and she's one of those people.
About a dozen defense attorneys showed up to support Brian Steele, who's representing rapper Young Thug in his criminal racketeering case.
Anytime a member or criminal defense lawyer is making a motion in good faith and they're being shut down by the judge and threatened with jail, that's scary.
That's crazy.
Also, you got somebody's hair in your beard.
Yeah, well, that's,
Yeah, but it's like long. It's
a trophy.
Sure. It looks like a mess.
I can't with these two.
It's a trophy.
I can't with these two. I cannot.
We can love Abba and preach, yo.
No, I can't with these two.
You're going to tell me I look like a mess?
I'm saying that looks... Yeah, it's gone. It was curled like spaghetti. I ain't fronting.
I ain't mad at it. Okay, I'm going to keep that close to my heart.
Okay.
How does it feel? I feel great. It's a freedom that's called now. Finally, I'm out.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Can we just appreciate how appreciative he look? He's just happy, he's smiling.
Because he's free.
Yo, y'all need to understand, there would be no smiles. I would be fuming, bro. I would be absolutely fuming. Of course, you'd be happy to be free, but I'm fuming in this situation. What's her face? I don't even know if we learned her name in the first day watching it.
Caroline.
Yeah, no, Caroline. Oh boy.
Sorry, I said Karen. Caroline.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I want to see Caroline's face.
I mean, I would say
Was she at the court?
No, I really would say she would be hearing from my lawyer, but she already heard from her. That's the crazy part. So you'll be hearing from her again. Because that's exactly the timing I'm on. I'm like, bro, you're done.
And the police department.
The police are... We got to get to the vid. I hope they mention them.
Yeah.
46 days is too long.
Way too long.
You know, we said that. We already had a conversation.
Week
and then
max.
you said, like,
We
well, you
should've got
don't
this
know how
cleared
you
up.
would have in no situation. Because, you know, maybe being feeling good is the only way to act. Not to... I know I wouldn't feel that good. I'd be pissed off.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would be
46 days for something you
I
did.
spent almost 2 months in jail
And then
for
you still
nothing?
have to go to, oh my God.
All I know is when I see inmates who've been in jail for dozens of years and they get freed after some bullshit, they don't come out angry. The only way to survive in there is to make peace with a lot of things. That's what I've seen so far. So I'm going to just take it from them because everyone I've seen come out, that's their attitude.
No, I definitely understand where Abba's coming from, too, on that. Like, yeah, you got to make peace with some of the criminal charges and things that you've done and the crimes you've committed. And I totally understand that. This is the whole thing about rehabilitation and becoming better and changing as a person. The whole thing I talk about with changing pattern behavior. How do you rehabilitate for something you didn't do?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm sorry, I'm not making peace with something I didn't do. That is crazy. Like, nah. That is cooking me. I can't make peace with that. I didn't do anything. I tried to help this. I walked in there. I asked this lady if she could point me in the direction of Tylenol because I'm not familiar with where it was. It looked like her child was falling out of her scooter because she did and almost got used as a speed bump. The other child looked like he was falling. I went to help. There was no tug of war. I've done nothing wrong. The cameras show it. You even were talking to another guy when, again, as we mentioned, you done K-turned right into the racks of the medicine.
Mm-hmm. And child went out.
There is nothing for him to make peace with at all. In fact, me sitting there will only get me more mad day by day.
I'm probably going to get myself in trouble when I get after.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting progressively more heated as the days go on. I'm not making any peace. Like, bro, I should not even be here. Like, bro, oh my God.
They don't look angry and indignant at that time.
So happy to be out.
So happy to be out there. I was there for 47 days, absolutely. I counted every hour and every minute of it. Over there.
How does it feel being able to walk outside, be with your family, with your daughters?
It feels great. It feels great.
Sure
it could not happen without all these guys right
is
here.
that his mother? I wonder if that's his mother.
In my circle, didn't help me.
What was it like all that time, those 6 weeks you were in there?
Or maybe not. Is she a
I
reporter?
don't think his mother, because
well, you know, I'm a perseverance guy, so you got to take it one day at a time. A lot of ups and downs in the days. I'm
loving his optimism. This is like great work she right to see here because I would not be this strong of a person.
There's a team outside helping me, so one day we'll see the light out, and then we see it today.
Yeah, put it in perspective. I asked if he had clothes, and he said, well, I have winter clothes because I went into jail. It was
That's
still
right.
winter.
Yeah, this is it. And I have a jacket actually too, black jacket, because that day it was in the 40s when I got picked up.
Yeah.
That's wild. So at the time when he went to jail, it was so cold. He had to wear hoodies and a Joe coat. And by the time he came out, like spring and early summer began.
6 weeks.
Yo, imagine you go to jail and it was been snowing and stuff that week or whatever, right? You get out of jail, that boy bright. It's spring.
Mm-hmm. Time change and everything.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's only getting me more mad.
We'll do that to you.
Damn.
Like remember what it looked like 6 weeks ago? There was no leaves. There was no leaves outside.
That's what I'm saying. Oh
what was your reaction when you got arrested?
I said that, you know, I cannot even dream about somebody alleging me for doing this kind of thing. Forget about me dreaming to do this.
That's what I'm saying.
So it was a shocker. In fact, I didn't even realize why they were arresting me in the first place. And they took an
I'll be sitting here like, wait, what did I do? Wait, what did I kid assault bat? Huh? I mean, like, brother, I went here to get some Tylenol PMs, extra strength, bruh. Yo, this is not funny. This is not funny. This is a serious jump, but it's also the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like this is, yo, in the first video y'all seen it, y'all was calling this boy some extra crispy slop nothing burgers, you know what I'm saying? And it still kind of is, but boy, this is interesting. I'll tell you what.
Feeling bad. I'm just like looking at him. I'm just like, I'm burning up in the inside, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Why she do this? All right, come on. They gotta get to it. Come on, they gotta get to why she did this.
No, I can't. When do we get to her charges?
Exactly.
Like,
Been awkward, and that's when I realized that this is what it was all about. I thought they had the wrong guy or something, so we had no idea.
The same thing. Like, huh?
But he wants to go home and, you know, eat a home cooked meal and be with his family and get a shower.
Yeah, what are you going to do first?
Yeah, what are you going to do first?
I gotta take a shower. I'm a picky about food, but I told my daughter and wife, I said, I don't care. Better than what I got over there. I'll take it any day, any moment. So any food I will eat.
Very quickly seeing all your supporters.
Yeah. I wanted to thank actually Ashley Merchant. Here's my daughter. She is Elena. Is the champion. She is the one who worked day and night for me, and she's the one got Ashley on the team.
And also, to be clear, Ashley Merchant is a big lawyer in Atlanta. That's not a nobody. So the fact that the daughter worked tirelessly to get her on the case and she took it up.
Her connections are stamped. I don't know how she did this.
Shout out to the daughter. That's impressive. Like, to give you an idea, like, that's getting probably one of the biggest lawyers in America in general to go defend your dad.
Yo,
they got money then.
I do not want to be that guy. I do not want to be that guy.
What?
But do you think that Ashley, the lawyer, took this junk because it was so, like, this would be so easy of a slam dunk case? I think so, low key, a little bit.
And
because
she
like,
get paid.
Yeah, true. That is true. Now she gonna get paid regardless. It's not like you're gonna get her talents for nothing.
No.
But I'm saying on her end, nah, this is a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Oh, the video shows that he wasn't kidnapping. Oh man, I guess we're cooking him then. Like. Nah, but in all seriousness, it's still crazy that the daughter was able to even get her through connections or whatever, you know, even get her for her dad, you know, to cover her dad's thing. Because either way, like, this shouldn't have been a thing.
It was worth it. It was good for Ashley because it was like,
you never know.
Innocent, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe if they got another lawyer, he would have to stay in there longer. You wouldn't have been able to get through the process as fast. I don't know. So it's great that she was on it, John. I'm just saying, like, just why?
Daughter, you go, daughter.
Nah, in fact, she cooked. She cooked for her pops.
And get him out of jail. So, very, very impressive.
I really hope that with that same lawyer, they counters too.
Exactly.
I really hope.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
What you just finished hearing from her just now.
Yo, see, I don't even want to be on that type of timing because y'all should know truly by this point, I'm obviously very petty. So me and my pettiness, I'm suing you for every dollar. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to do that because I know she has children. That's the whole reason we ended up in this situation.
No dollars. She's known for this.
That is true.
So
well, she's not known for this. She had a previous litigation within the whole thing with the Lyft driver, which is, how many of y'all are going to be suing Lyft? This is another thing because, like, yo, I do not even want to talk about Dank DeMoss, but how many of y'all going to be suing Lyft? Because this is getting ridiculous.
Her lost case. I don't even know how she even did it. But anyway,
no,
go ahead.
We're not talking about
Come on,
that.
play.
That embarrassment of a John.
Because I'm with Preach, y'all.
But yeah, no, I think he absolutely should countersue. If they have the proceeds to do so, oh yeah, no, we're definitely countersuing.
Oh, I really hope. I'm disgusted.
Me too.
The lady. Civil.
They could, but if she ain't got no money, then you're wasting your time.
Exactly.
Are you considering bringing charges against this
I mean, we can't bring charges against her. You know.
See, if there was a city or something.
Nah, there's got to be some statute. We can't. She filed false claims.
Maybe like a civil suit or something.
She
or
filed false
character or something.
She filed false charges. There's got to be something for that. There's no way.
Like that?
Yeah. Then
that's different. And you know what's fucked up? The cops, technically, they were just going based off what the lady said. You can say they didn't do the greatest job or whatever because they checked the surveillance footage and whatnot.
Ashley, what could we do towards the police department?
They're going on behalf of her. I understand that. So you want to take her testimony into main account because this is the first-hand witness that this supposed kidnapping happened to. But dog, I'm sorry. We look at the footage. Miss Miller, Miss Carolina Miller. It doesn't look like your son was being kidnapped. I don't know what to tell you, brother. Exactly. This is so stupid. Oh my God, nah. I'm sorry. The police, no, this is their fault. I'm sorry. Like this is directly that police station's fault, bruh. There is no way you're sitting here trying to tell me that you really thought he was kidnapping her. That is so stupid. Like,
but they had enough probable cause to arrest him and hold him.
I understand what you're saying.
Based on the seriousness of the crime.
I understand what you're saying.
He got nobody to sue.
I
She was smiling ear to ear, talking to the next bull. Oh
my God!
What?
And why didn't she run off and go tell an employee, the first employee she saw, security or something? No, because she driving around, she kept shopping. She had to go get the eggs and the bread.
Stupid. I'm gonna fall on my chair.
And then like basically waving at him as he leaves out.
So dumb. Exactly. He showed. Yo, Mr. Patel literally showed her the medicine, the Tylenol that he was looking for, and she was smiling, giving him the thumbs up.
She should have been screaming at that point. She should have been screaming.
No, she shouldn't have been screaming because nothing was going on. But like, if it was really a distressing situation, and we'd expect her to be giving more expression with this job, but no.
No, she's smiling, flirting with the guy because her husband ain't giving no attention.
We don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I'm just saying.
But no, I will disagree that didn't do their job because they had to go to the footage and they see what happened.
Exactly.
They saw what happened and they looked at it. In order to trace the dude, they had to scrutinize what happened. So
okay, there's a difference between what you and I think they's doing their job and what's legally provable. That's not the
I agree with Abba on that because yes, obviously there's a whole different way of investigating evidence and all that type of junk. That whatever is legally viable to use as evidence is what they will use to prove if this crime happened or not. I'm just saying within my personal account, and I'm no officer, I'm no detective, none of that. Obviously, I'm some idiot, you know what I'm saying?
I'm somebody with eyes.
Some black kid with his mom on YouTube yelling about stupid nuisance IRL streamers and stupid people. Wow. But I'm going to tell you
I got eyes.
The boss said, with my two very eyes, because apparently no one was using theirs in the police station. Again, this did not look like a kidnapping. No, in no fashion. Also, no one was assaulted, and battery wasn't committed either. So, where were they getting this from? Tough.
The same thing. You and I can agree they didn't do their job properly.
Sure. Yeah.
That's very different than whether or not they had probable cause necessary to arrest the person, hold them in jail.
Sure.
So.
I could not believe that this many supporters came out today, were inside and outside the courtroom to support me. I'm very grateful for them. Very grateful for them.
Do you feel like any of this has to do with race at all?
I don't want to comment that. I mean, it's a very sensitive issue. I know. I don't know what goes through the mind of people when they do that. We don't play racism in our life. We take it whatever the card we get in. When first day she came, we were like, you have no idea what is going on outside, but we got to change your image over here.
It's just such a wrong.
First few days were not good for our family and everybody, but we quickly turned around, and I'm so grateful for not only Atlantans who came out inside and outside today, but also so many people from online, all across the country and out of country, in other countries as well. Supported.
Gotta show support. They shouldn't have done this to you, big bro. I'm trying to tell you, Pop's holding it down.
So all over in social media.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how you feel.
Yeah, he said, "Don't worry, I'll call them stupid for you. Don't worry, I got you."
A little lighthearted. What a great attitude.
That's like I say, his optimism for this
incredibly
situation is
impressive
great.
to be wronged in that way, and to have the heart to truly be able to forgive the people who did that to you, and to move in the way that he does. I think it's good for him. I think it's going to help him with his family as well, because I can tell they took it. It almost looks like they took it harder than he did.
Of course he did.
You know, so that's, I mean, not necessarily, of course, he's the one who spent the time in jail.
I understand what you're saying, but they're the one that's fighting for him to get that, so they get reminded every day. When he's inside, you don't really necessarily hear about that thing. They got reminded every day that shit was happening, and that they had to fight to get him out. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, he is in jail. He is suffering for that, but they are doing the works to contact this, contact that.
Now I get where both I can't even talk. I get where they're both coming from. It's a suffering on every person within himself or his family. Every person is suffering. He's actually in jail wrongly, falsely, having to go through, you know what I'm saying, the jail life. That sucks. And then his family obviously are, like we discussed, or you know what I'm saying, like we just say right now, is working hard, got one of the best lawyers in the John, you know what I'm saying, to come fight the case, and also, you know what I'm saying, that distress, you don't know what's gonna happen to him in jail.
Yeah, especially when it comes to kids, you say anything about
like you were a kid, that's what I'm saying, like, bro,
he
what?
had it hard.
and in an Atlanta, Georgia jail, or like, no, they said Georgia, so it might not be in Atlanta, but in a Georgia jail, nah, Never, bro. I be stressing every hour. Forget every day. I'm
That
like,
phone
bro.
number. We have to do an update. Do an update. Call back that number. Do the work to get that person. Call that person. Is not answering. Call that person. Who else are we going to get on the case? Listening to this. Listening to that. People are pointing the fingers at you. You see the comment. He don't see the comments. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that prison or jail is not as bad, but I can understand the toll that it can bring to the family, just having to deal with all that and making sure that it gets out. And then you have the weeks that are passing, and then you're working, and you think you're working, you can lose faith because all your work that you put into is kind of not advancing. So I can understand the toll that it's.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it's impressive that it took more of a toll on them than him. That's it. I'm not saying they didn't take a toll on the family.
I get it. I get why it takes a toll.
Yeah, so for him to come out and have that attitude, big shout out to him. And then the daughter who
I don't know.
fought
I don't know how
to
he's
make
doing
sure
it.
that high profile people learned about this case. And
Just like I'm
just say because
just like you don't even.
I'm with Preach on this one. I'm like, bro, my crash out would be so justifiable. Y'all don't understand. Like my crash out, there's no way you're gonna tell me my crash out wouldn't be justifiable, bro. Like, yo, I went to jail for. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So grateful.
He coming out smiling ear to ear.
So grateful, man.
He's still keeping it good on the PR. Like, yo, listen, it's sensitive topics. It's not even about that. It's about being back with my family. I'm like, yo, I went to jail for 46 days. My fam didn't know if I was about to die in jail or whatever. What was going on? Because this woman, this troglodyte, decided I wanted to be a moron today. Like, this, bro. Oh, bro, I'm trying to tell you, yo, he's strong. He's strong. He's very strong. I'm not strong enough. I'm telling you, yo.
But it also kind of speaks to a little bit of a brokenness in the system that someone can just come out, say something, it's on video that it didn't happen, and you still go to jail and sit there for 46 hours.
I think this right here is the main talking point of this conversation. Like, yeah, on the factor of, like, we have video proof that this situation did not happen, and yet he still got charges for this. This needs to be amended. Fix this immediately. Like,
why do you think we saw him sit in jail for so long?
I think that it was just a couple different factors that played into it. The court system sometimes takes a while to get bond. I think the charges were embellished at the beginning, and that sort of led to a downward spiral that resulted in him sitting in jail for a while.
The bond
embellish means like faked and stuff, right? I just want to make sure I'm not stupid. Hold on.
I don't know. I'm just so
Embellish. Is that how you spell this? Make something more attractive by the addition. Okay, no. It actually means the opposite of what I'm saying. So embellish, basically, I'll just put it on the screen so everybody can see it. But embellish basically means to like jazz it up, jazz it up, make it seem more grandiose, stuff like that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so she basically the later being California Miller or whatever, she made it seem way worse than it was. Oh yeah, because of Tug of War.
California Miller. Her name is Carolina.
Oh yeah, because I wanted to say Carolina Reaper because the way it's looking, the way her lawsuit coming, it's hot. I ain't gonna lie, it's coming in hot. But anyway, Carolina Miller.
Caroline.
I thought it was Carolina.
It doesn't matter.
No, you're right.
It's Karen.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Caroline Miller.
Ooh, I didn't keep saying her name.
Yeah, I don't
I'm about to almost do some finger gestures. I'm sorry, I'm older today. Yeah.
Yo, my grader with a.
bond/bail system that y'all have in America is probably one of the most disgusting things in the world. The idea that people stay behind bars. There's one double murder trial that I've been following for a long time now, and it's had one mistrial. It's going on 4 years, and now they're going to start the new trial, and the person's been sitting in jail since the whole time. Now, the reason why they justify the jail aspect is because the person committed a serious offense of murder, which is fine. But the idea that you may not have done it and you may not have been found.
I think he's talking about Melly's case. I think he is.
Okay, well, let's keep going.
Because I'm sitting here, like, listening to the details he's describing of this. I think he's talking about Melly's case.
Found guilty and you have to sit in jail.
YNW Melly.
On charges you have been found guilty of for 4 years, still awaiting trial. That's insanity. That is a broken system. And you think about this man here, and he says it himself, but one of the only reasons he's out right now is because his daughter fought tooth and nail to get a high-profile lawyer to put this case on blast everywhere. Yeah. So if that daughter doesn't exist, he might still be in jail.
And Yo, see, that's another factor that I low-key wasn't even thinking about, because I was thinking about the factor of, like, the lawyer taking the case because it was a slam dunk. I didn't even think about that. It's like, yeah, if he didn't even get this lawyer, depending on, like we were saying, and I was kind of saying this earlier, like, if you got a different lawyer, or depending on how long they got the lawyer, or the standing of that lawyer in terms of, like, you know what I'm saying, how much praise they got or whatever, like, yo, the process obviously could have took longer. He could have sat in there even longer, but, yo, bro, imagine that, son. They got one of the best lawyers, bro. If you didn't get her, boy, he could have still been in for this joint. And again, we all can see here and see it's clearly false. Bro. I've been saying the court system for certain, you know what I'm saying, certain, like, different things. Like, oh, the one thing I always say mainly for is custody. Court for custody is terrible. And I mean, anyone can tell you that. But for some other things, like situations like this,
100%.
And that's the thing that can't be lost in this happy ending, quote unquote, is that the systemic issues that led to him being in there and that leads to other people still being in jail much longer than him still exists, right?
Usually they say that it's you're presumed innocence, and I've always, because of what you said, I've always had like I'm not so sure about that. You know, I understand what it means. I understand that you're not guilty. You're not. But there's so many factors things that comes into factor that makes you not innocent. You're not innocent until proven guilty. That's not really, especially when you have to rot in jail for 46 days. That's not innocent. That's not innocence right there. But I can understand that the nature of the crime made it that the nature of the crime made it that he was in jail and for protective reasons and stuff like that. All I'm trying to say is that man right there, Mahinder Patel, he's better than me. I'm not even.
I've been saying that the whole first vid and not an update. He way better than me. I'm trying to, cause like, bro, y'all would really see the hate in my heart, bro. Y'all would see the hate in it, bro. Cause I ain't go.
He just said, he better than me. He better than a whole lot of us.
Yeah, I'm trying to say he's better than like half the world. I need y'all to understand.
Well, I be 75%.
Bruh. Oh my. Let me not keep yapping and say, oh my God, justifiable crash out. But to sit here and be able to smile, I keep saying that to be walking.
They say nothing about Caroline.
Yeah, nah, Caroline needs to be talked about. Please, let's have an update on her.
Even in this situation, and I'm pissed off. I'm not even in this situation, and like all the sentiment of unfairness that happened in my life is just resurging back, and I'm just like, ugh, this bullshit again. But shout outs to him, really. Like the way, I understand that the way he's acting and the way what he's saying and his mindset is actually the best mindset to have in those kind of situations. Very tough to achieve, but yo, he's better than me. I can't wait to see how this thing unfolds and what happened to that other lady. I want to hear her side of what, like.
I don't want to hear her side.
No.
I want to hear what's gonna happen to her on her side.
I want to hear how. No, I do want to hear her side because I want to hear how idiotic it is and how stupid and blatantly false it is.
There's got to be a part 3.
I want to. That's what I'm saying. I want to treat her like denims, like how I be treating her, and just watch her own herself and completely just fabricate everything. I want to watch that because I'll be sitting here telling her how stupid she is. Now, granted, we obviously know she's a mother. Shout out to mothers of the world. Shout out to boss. But yeah, we can't use that as a crutch.
I was gonna say, can you stop saying because she's a mother?
No, that's what I'm saying. But no, don't trust me. That was an example. But we're not also using that as a crutch or what's the term for it? As something that would absolve you from criticism. No, man. In fact, the fact of what we seen in the first video with the clip of the kid almost getting ran over by the car. In fact, it should add on to the criticism because I ain't gonna lie.
Did she bend over to try to get her, or she was still smelling that dude?
No, she did like a little bit. But,
oh, okay, all right, go ahead, come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
Okay, I done lost my whole thought even getting into that. It's just so stupid.
I really want to know, like, I want why, like, what pushes people to say stuff like that. And then you try to put, and all the footages that I've seen of the lady, I see her talking to her kids. Yeah, so did someone trying to take you, adopt you today? Yeah. And you try to say that to your kid. And what's going on in your mind?
Yeah.
You want to ask a liar?
See, Preach had one of those moments I be having where it's like, I'll look at some of the stuff happening, like all within like dramas and people and all this different stuff, and I'm like, yeah, what is going through their mind during some of these times and stuff? Because I can't imagine myself doing half of this stuff. I'm like, okay.
The things that people do, yeah, I always
I need y'all to imagine again, you're her in this scenario. You see that like this guy's trying to get his medicine, you try to help him out. you're about to drop one of your kids or whatever because they're holding them in this cart that you shouldn't even be in. And then you're thinking, okay, he's trying, well, you're not even thinking because we're assuming that he's trying to help, help not obviously have this kid fall or whatever. You just immediately go to kidnapping, and then proceed after the whole situation dies out and ends, which was a clearly fake scenario again that was made up because we could see within the footage that she was not duressed or anything really at all, in no way. And then after that, he comes back, shows you that he got the medicine, you give him a thumbs up, and throughout your mind this whole time is still the factor, I'm going to report him to the police for kidnapping my kid. I can't even fathom that. Like, I'm just like, yo, you guys, you're just a rat in your head. Like, I don't know how to be a rat. I don't know how to be snaky like this. Like,
I'm like,
crazy. Like,
why she lied?
No, I want to know what's going on in her mind.
Right. You want to ask a liar what's going on in her mind?
Yeah, what's going on?
I mean,
in your
that's
mind?
fair.
Yeah, am I gonna expect like
lied.
a real answer?
Yeah.
It's just that when she's gonna see the footage, explain what she was saying. She was defining it a tug of war. Like, god damn.
Yeah, I mean, odds are either it gets dropped or probably going to get dropped because I don't know a district attorney who'd want to take that kind of
is getting dropped for sure.
Case to court. It just looks bad. It's unpopular, and the footage just tells a different story.
Yeah.
They're going to see this old man who's super kind and chill, and they're going to see her, and there's no way this is going anywhere.
And it's public image as well. It's public image as well. Like,
you know, Atlanta, Georgia got some.
That's what I was saying. I'm appreciative. It's really public image too, and her image, especially within already the public regard of the situation, is awful. Like she's just everyone's looking at her like she's a liar. Like they just said, in a rat. Like
fucked up law enforcement / lawyers in terms of the prosecutor's office. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going to jail or they end up taking this shit to court. I wouldn't be shocked. I've seen them take worse cases. I have to watch it. So, the mere fact that I know who Ashley Merchant is means I've been watching enough DA stuff relating to Atlanta.
Yep.
Whenever you play the Law and Order music, it's not just like a little thing like that. These motherfuckers really into Law and Order.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is.
We'll follow up on this story when there's more updates. You know, the worst part that it is for the old man is that there's literally nothing he could have done to avoid the situation. Because if you think about what got him in trouble, according to him, the kid was about to fall and he picked it up. Who in their right mind is not going to stop a child from falling on the floor?
And you in that cart, that driver thing.
Dang. Okay, now we have to end this because now I'm starting to think of more stuff with this.
Come on.
He really was in a lose-lose scenario. Because, help the kid not fall, you're a kidnapper. Not let kid fall, he falls right in front of her face, you're a jerk, why did you help this kid?
Right.
And either way, this is probably going to be going on TikTok or something, I don't know. Oh my god. All this says to me, doomer mindset, doomer pilled, we were never leaving the house anyway. So, that's all that's saying to me. Like, I'm not getting this scenario because I wasn't leaving the crib. So, and if I do leave the crib, don't expect me to help you. Not happening to me. Now, let me stop playing. I'm kidding. Obviously, I'd want to help. But just the main thing is like the fact that, again, like Preach is saying, the fact that he had no control over it and stuff like that could just randomly happen. You could just randomly get accused with false, you know what I'm saying, like allegations and stuff like this. That sucks. That's just honestly terrible.
You're going to feel a wrath.
Oh, yeah. No, Karma's a mean biatch. Karma's a mean one. Yeah,
and guess what?
Y'all must have never met her.
The other thing that I realized from her showing and him getting off and seeing that she's a liar, this is not going to help out with a lift case.
Not at all.
This ain't helping out with the lift case.
Oh, yeah, because that still is ongoing, right? Yeah, we had read that.
No, they gonna be
no, because it shows that you have a history of lying.
Yeah.
And not in spreading false misinformation. Yeah.
This ain't going to help out.
Oof. I ain't think about that. That's a good pickup on the boss part. Well, hey, listen, people want to destroy their lives. I usually try to tell you not to do that, but hey, you're your own person, so.
Floor. You know what I'm saying? So just the idea that someone could be punished for that and spend 46 days in jail, you know. Yeah. Hey, listen. And you guys gotta think, this is an old man who's retired. If that's one of y'all lose your jobs. Y'all lose so much more. You guys got tight bills to pay. Most of y'all living paycheck to paycheck. 46 days can upend every aspect of your life. You're going to be begging for a GoFundMe just to get up on your feet or have your families bail you out. Like, nah, bro.
46 days, you are losing your job. And especially with the press that's going on over there, that company probably don't want to have that press with them. The first news that came out, nah.
Well, that's who knows, but yeah, that's it for today's video. Let us know what y'all think.
Wait for the update.
Man, it's just, yeah, I already know though. I ain't gonna lie, yo, went to the other vid, tough. But shout out Up and Preach. That was update. They released him after a false accusation. Obviously talking about the situation with Miss Carolina Miller.
Now I don't got no opinion and conjecture. I'm waiting for the next one, the update. That's it. Next, what you gotta say? Cause
the
I'm
further
done.
update. I mean, this seems like the main update, but if there
No,
is
the
any
next one.
update
This
after
gonna be
it,
part 3.
How do you know?
I need to know what she's thinking and what she said.
If you guys want to watch the original video, down in the description,
Yes,
first
the
link to give your
original
own
is
opinions and
down
conjecture.
there.
Trilly's final opinion in conjecture. I feel like I don't need to give it because within the last 2 vids, they both 30 plus. I know the other one was 30. I pretty much been saying it the whole time. This situation is dumb. The police failed in this situation. I'm sorry. Obviously, like Abba was saying, like there's a different way that they do jobs legally. Clearly, obviously, you know, they go more in depth with evidence and stuff like that. But I just feel like, and I feel like many people agree with me, they didn't go that in depth with this evidence. Actually, I feel like they didn't even look at it at all. Because if you did,
Tell me what you guys think in
46
the comments.
days in jail for nothing.
Tell me
That's
what you
awesome.
guys think in the comments. Seriously,
Yeah.
talk to me. Talk to me in the comments.
I'm genuinely curious
On
too.
this one, I really want to know. I really want to talk. Give me your honest opinion, please, and conjecture. Okay.
A man sat 46 days in jail for nothing because he was a kidnapper. That's all I have to say. Unfair. Life is unfair. Other than that, though, slide that boy over to the end screen.
I hope you
like this video.
I know y'all like this video, so make sure y'all comment. Talk to me in the comments.
Factor, because I can't even speak. All right, boss, I already take my energy. Like this video if you enjoyed. 6K up, 6K down, baby. Also, turn on that post notification bell so every time the boss, Trilly, post on this page right here, M&T Mama Show, that boy be straight up in your feed. That's my late boss. Go ahead and tell them what they got to do in each and every video.
Watch it from the beginning to the end.
Every
Thank you. I
video,
truly appreciate
baby.
it. And go back and watch it again, just in case you missed something.
You feel me?
Okay? And you want to watch that video again. But thank you, please.
Shoot, like the boss was watching the stream like for 2,000 times.
Yep. What?
I'm not
On
talking
that
about
note-
Ray and Bob. I
On
don't
that
care about
note,
Ray and Bob.
we out of here.
We'll be catching y'all when we cover the next bozos, whoever. Peace.